dear students. How are you? I hope all are you good. So let me start. SST chapter number 11, Grassroots Democracy Part 2, Local Government in Rural Areas. अब यहाँ पे जो है जमीनी स्तर का जो लोकतंत्र है उसके बारे में बात हो रही है पार्ट 2. तो लोकल गवर्नमेंट इन रूरल एरिया, जो गाँव और कस्बों में जो सरकार होती है उसके बारे में हम यहाँ पे पढ़ेंगे. So let's begin. All people, whether in villages, towns or cities, have certain basic requirements such as clean drinking water, good roads, healthcare services, education, electricity, sanitization, etc. Therefore, to take care of these services, local bodies are elected by the people. This system is called local self-government. In India, local self-government at village level is called panchayat, and for an urban area, it is called municipality. In this chapter, we shall learn about the panchayat. So, तो all people whether in villages, towns or cities. अब क्या है, लोग शहरों में भी रहते हैं, कस्बों में रहते हैं, गाँव में रहते हैं, ठीक है ना. तो वहाँ सबकी अब जो सिटीज होते हैं, जो कंट्री होती है उसमें गवर्नमेंट रहती है, लेकिन जो गांव के एरिया होते हैं ना उनमें क्या होती है, पंचायतें. तो वहाँ का जो शासन चलता है, रूल चलता है, पंचायत के हिसाब से वहाँ के रूल फॉलो होते हैं. तो द वर्ड पंचायत मीन्स अ ग्रुप ऑफ 5 पीपल ऑफ विलेज, है ना. 5 लोगों का एक ग्रुप, समूह गांव में जो होता है उसको पंचायत बोला जाता है. पंचायती राज, रूल ऑफ द पंचायत इज नॉट अ मॉडर्न कॉन्सेप्ट. In fact, it is an ancient concept where the elders of a village looked after the needs and problems of the village related to water, irrigation, sanitization, fights and disputes amongst the villagers, etc. मतलब गांव में कुछ भी प्रॉब्लम होती है ना, किसी भी चीज़ को लेके, वहाँ की साफ सफाई, वहाँ के एरिया को कैसे बेहतर बनाना है, स्कूल कॉलेजेस जो भी वहाँ पे होते हैं उसकी जो देखरेख करती है वो सब पंचायत के अंडर आती है. वाई आर पंचायत इम्पोर्टेंट? तो जो पंचायत है वो इम्पोर्टेंट क्यों है? India lives in its villages. This means that majority of Indian population still lives in villages and practices agriculture. The villagers are either farmers or laborers on agricultural lands. Panchayat functions for the welfare of all such people in the village. Panchayati Raj and 73rd Amendment Act. Mahatma Gandhi's vision of Gram Swaraj became a reality when the Panchayati Raj institution was granted legal status through the 73rd Amendment Act in 1992. The aim was to involve the local people in rural development projects through active participation that involved decisions making at the smallest level. ठीक है, तो पंचायती राज और उसका जो है 73वां अमेंडमेंट एक्ट, तो उसमें क्या होता है, महात्मा गांधी के उनसे ग्राम स्वराज बिकम अ रियलिटी व्हेन द पंचायती राज इंस्टीट्यूशन वाज ग्रांटेड लीगल स्टेटस थ्रू द 73rd अमेंडमेंट एक्ट इन 1992. द एम वाज टू इन्वॉल्व द लोकल पीपल. अब उनका उद्देश्य क्या था कि जो लोकल पीपल हैं, जो गांव के लोग हैं, रूरल डेवलपमेंट प्रोजेक्ट, तो उनका जो है योगदान हो, गांव को, अपने कस्बे को आगे बढ़ाने के लिए उनका जो है उसमें योगदान होना चाहिए. इलेक्शंस इन पंचायत. अब पंचायत के इलेक्शन कैसे होते हैं? स्टेट इलेक्शंस कमीशन इज अ बॉडी दैट कंडक्ट्स इलेक्शंस इन द स्टेट. दिस बॉडी इज आल्सो रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर होल्डिंग इलेक्शंस आफ्टर एवरी 5 years फॉर द पंचायत टू इंश्योर proper representation of all the sections of society in the panchayats. Seats have been reserved for scheduled caste and scheduled tribes in proportion to the population in the area. 1/3 are reserved for women. Panchayati Raj gives a chance to the people to participate in the working of the government. The villagers do a good job too because they know, understand and can handle the problems of the area better than anyone else. Structure of the Panchayati Raj. अब उसका structure क्या होता है? The vision of Mahatma Gandhi to empower the villages has been translated into reality through a 3-tier system of the Panchayati Raj. At the lowest part or the village level, the village panchayat consists of the Gram Sabha, Gram Panchayat and Nyay Panchayat. Above the village level comes the block level where there is a system called Panchayat Samiti or Block Samiti. Number 3, at the topmost level of this 3-tier system is the Jila Parishad or District Panchayat. अब देखिए यहाँ से शुरू होता है ना, जिला परिषद, ब्लॉक समिति, विलेज पंचायत। अब उसके अंडर में भी 3 चीजें आती हैं, ग्राम सभा, ग्राम पंचायत और न्याय पंचायत। एट विलेज लेवल, विलेज पंचायत comprises of the Gram Sabha, Gram Panchayat and the Nyay Panchayat. So the Gram Sabha, the Gram Panchayat and the Nyay Panchayat from the Gram Panchayat at the village level. तो ये क्या है, ये गांव के लेवल तक ही रहती है ये चीजें, ग्राम पंचायत और न्याय पंचायत। The Gram Sabha is the basic administrative unit. It consists of all men and women in village above 18 years of age who have the right to vote. है ना, 18 ईयर्स का होने पे क्या होता है, वोटिंग का जो हमें अधिकार मिल जाता है। इफ द पॉपुलेशन ऑफ ए विलेज इज लेस, अगर गांव की जनसंख्या कम है, 2-3 विलेजेस कैन हैव 1 ग्राम सभा। तो 2-3 गांव को मिला के, अगर गांव छोटा है, लोग कम है, तो 2-3 गांव को मिला के फिर 1 ग्राम सभा बनती है। The members of the Gram Sabha elect a leader who is called the Sarpanch. He is also called the Panchayat President. The Gram Sabha has the following functions. It plays an important role in ensuring that the Gram Panchayat performs its duties efficiently. It approves all the plans for the work of the Gram Panchayat. It evaluates the work and the accounts of income and expenditure of the Gram Panchayat. It acts as a check on the powers of the Gram Panchayat and has the power to remove any Panchayat member if she indulge in unfair practices such as misusing money. It helps the Gram Panchayat to become responsible. The Gram Panchayat. Every village Panchayat is divided into wards, i.e. smaller areas. Each ward elect a representative who is known as the ward member Panch, the Sarpanch and the ward members or the Panches from the Gram Panchayat. Gram Panchayat members are elected for a period of 5 years. Seats are reserved for members of the scheduled castes and scheduled tribes. 50% of the total number of seats are reserved for women. ठीक है, उसमें क्या होता है ग्राम पंचायत में कि ये जो है वार्ड में डिवाइड होता है ना, स्मॉलर एरिया, ईच वार्ड इलेक्ट अ रिप्रेजेंटेटिव हु इज नोन एज द वार्ड मेंबर पंच. सो द सरपंच and the ward member or the punches from the gram panchayat, the gram panchayat member are elected for a period of 5 साल के लिए वो सदस्य चुना जाता है. सीट आर रिजर्व फॉर मेंबर्स ऑफ द शेड्यूल्ड कास्ट एंड शेड्यूल्ड ट्राइब्स, है ना, जो थोड़ा लो कास्ट होती है उनके लिए सीट आरक्षण होता है उन्हें, और रिजर्व फॉर वुमेन, और उसमें जो है कुछ सीट्स महिलाओं के लिए भी रिजर्व होती हैं. The Gram Panchayat has a secretary who is also the secretary of the Gram Sabha, known as Panchayat Secretary. He is not elected but is appointed by the government. The secretary is responsible for calling the meetings of the Gram Sabha and Gram Panchayat. He also keeps the record of the proceedings. Functions of the Gram Panchayat. The Gram Panchayat has the following functions: providing basic amenities such as clean drinking water and sanitation facilities to the villagers, maintaining wells, tanks and pumps, collecting taxes and fees, maintaining healthcare centers and providing basic healthcare facilities to the people, constructing and maintaining roads, street lights. तो गांव की जो चीज़ें हैं वहाँ पे, जैसे गांव में शौचालय बनवाने हैं, वहाँ की सड़कें बनवानी है ना, वहाँ पे पार्क का मतलब लोगों के लिए पार्क वगैरह का निर्माण करवाना है, जो स्ट्रीट लाइट है वो ठीक है नहीं है, मेंटेनिंग रिकॉर्ड टू बर्थ एंड डेथ इन विलेज, ठीक है ना, जन्म और मृत्यु का जो है वहाँ पे रिकॉर्ड होना, प्रोवाइडिंग एजुकेशनल फैसिलिटीज, कंस्ट्रक्टिंग एंड मेंटेनिंग स्कूल बिल्डिंग्स, लुकिंग ओवर द बाइंग एंड सेलिंग ऑफ विलेज प्रॉपर्टीज, सारी चीज़ों की देख रेख करना कि गाँव में क्या सेल हो रहा है, क्या खरीदा जा रहा है, क्या बेचा जा रहा है, मेंटेनेंस ऑफ लैंड रिकॉर्ड्स. The district administrations maintain important records. It keeps land records and correct revenue. These lands records provide information about the rightful owner's name and amount of cultivable and non-cultivable land, the kind and variety of crops sown, etc. Such records are very crucial in case of conflicts over ownership and other disputes. These legal documents are very important for the owners as they help in case the farmers wish to take loan, purchase new land or divide the property. The revenue officer is called Tehsildar. She assists the district magistrate in the collection of revenue. The Tehsildar's office is important as it issues and records and certificates like caste certificate at the village level. Okay, Kalango and Patwari in charge of these tasks. The Kanungo oversees the work of the Patwari as well as ensure proper maintenance of revenue and land record. The Patwari, also known as Lekpal or village officer, is responsible for maintaining and updating land records of villages under his control. She performs the following functions: maintains khasra, a register of harvest inspection, update record of land ownership, organize a collection of land revenue from farmers, update his government about crops grown in that area. So, update the administration about any calamity or disaster that may happen in the area. तो सबकी responsibility लेता है वो. Child-friendly panchayat. Panchayats are supposed to listen to everyone's voice, including the voice of children. The child-friendly panchayat initiative creates opportunities for children to express their ideas and opinions on matters that concern their well-being. Steps are being taken in several states to encourage the participation of children in Bal Sabhas and Bal Panchayats on a regular basis, while village elders try to find solution to their concern. In Maharashtra, for example, a few Bal Panchayats have worked to eliminate child labor and child marriage. They have brought many children back to school. So, the Bal Panchayat members get together to convince parents and other adults to send their wards back to school. अब इसका उद्देश्य क्या है कि बाल विवाह रोका जाना, है ना? बाल विवाह रोकना और बाल मजदूरी कराते हैं लोग, उसके लिए रोकना. तो उनको जो ये पंचायत है, ये उनके पेरेंट को कन्विंस करती है कि आप जो है बच्चों को पढ़ने के लिए भेजो, ये काम उनसे मत कराओ या उनका बाल विवाह मत करो. ठीक है. अब बैप्टिस्ट को एंड नोट टू अरेंज मैरिजेस फॉर गर्ल्स हु शुड बी स्टडीइंग. ठीक है ना, जो बच्ची पढ़ रही हैं उनकी शादी जो है ना कराई जाए. सेवरल ग्राम पंचायत्स हैव बोन अवार्ड्स फॉर taking child friendly initiative. Here is an example from Sikkim. Sanku Radu Khandu Gram Panchayat in West Sikkim has given a lot of importance to children's needs and rights. The panchayat has built compound walls for schools to make them safer for children, to ensure that students get hygienically cooked midday meals. The Gram Panchayat constructed kitchens in the school. It is for these efforts the Sanku Radu Khandu has been declared a child-friendly Gram Panchayat. Child-friendly Panchayat ensures children's rights for survival development, participation and protection, enabling them to reach their full. Case study Chhavi Rajwat. An MBA Sarpanch in Rajasthan is making waves. Deccan Herald, P.J. Joyshan in Jaipur. A jeans-clad, highly qualified young woman was hardly expected to fight for a Sarpanch post in rural Rajasthan. And so Chhavi Rajawat, an MBA who renounced her corporate job and city life for contesting the Panchayat elections in 2010, had raised many eyebrows. So she became the Sarpanch of Soda village at the age of 30 in Tong district, about 60 kilometers from Jaipur. 25th March 2011, Chhavi had raised this same kind of awe at the 11th Info Poverty World Conference held at the UN. She was one of the invitees from India. The two-day panel discussion at the UN held on March 25, 2011 was to highlight how civil society can implement action and its role in fighting poverty and promoting development. Chhavi, an alumnus of Rishi Valley School, Andhra Pradesh, Mayo Girls School, Ajmer and Lady Shri Ram College, Delhi showcased the changing face of rural Rajasthan at the meeting. If India continues to make progress at the same pace as in the past 65 years since independence, it just won't be good enough. We will be failing people who still dream of basic things like clean drinking water, electricity, roads, schools and jobs. हमारा इंडिपेंडेंट होना बेकार है अगर हमें इन चीज़ों के लिए भी लड़ना पड़े, इन चीज़ों के लिए भी संघर्ष पड़े. क्या? साफ पानी, बिजली, ठीक है, सड़कें, स्कूल, etc. I am convinced we can do it differently and faster, said Chavi, who has a degree in business management and marketing and IT from Pune. The biggest challenge for the new Sarpanch was to provide drinking water in the village. The village was known for its water bodies, but most of the water bodies had dried out due to successive droughts. After becoming Sarpanch, the first task that she took upon herself was to desilt and revive the old water bodies. The villagers also joined her in the task voluntarily. In the past year alone, in Soda, the villagers and I have brought about a radical change in the village purely through our own efforts. We had no outside support, no NGO help, no public or private sector help. She said at the meet. In fact, my business management degree is helping me take care of the village better and a sort of social work that runs in my blood, says the woman who became the Sarpanch in 2010. Chavi attributes her decision of becoming the Sarpanch to her grandfather Brij Raghubir Singh. He had also served as the Sarpanch of Soda about 2 decades ago. He had made Chavi's mother drive through the village without a wheel, an unthinkable act for a Rajput at the time. Rajvat says she took the plungo and politics backed by the villagers. There was a rebellion against the previous Sarpanch. The villagers did not want him again, and though I was pitched against his wife and another woman, I managed to win, she says. Chavi says she's used to rural life. She's also trying to change the mindset of the villagers. Villagers have got then used to not working and taking partial payment for NRE, National Rural Employment Guarantee Act. I have to change that. I go on surprise visits and give them a scolding or 2 if they are not working, she says. But my focus is on bringing clean drinking water and increasing job opportunities in the village by involving NGOs, says Rajavat. Block level. States with a population of more than 20 lakhs have block samitis. At the block level, the Panchayati Raj is known as Block Samiti, Janpad Panchayat or Panchayat Samiti. Block Samiti in different states are known by different names, but their functions are the same everywhere. They act as a link between the Gram Panchayat and Jila Parishad. In Uttar Pradesh, it is called Kshetra Samiti, while in Bengal, it is known as Anchalik Parishad, the block development officer. Is an important government representative. She shoulders the work to implement all policies related to the development of the block. It is through the joint efforts of the block, Pramukh and BDO that welfare and developmental plans are implementing. Block Samitis perform the following functions. What? Number 1, giving advice to Gram Panchayats in the field of agriculture, animal, husbandry, veterinary, medicine and healthcare. Setting up rural industries with the guidance of specialists known as extensions officer. Looking into primary education and opening more night schools for adults and shelters or needy and homeless. Developing and maintaining service system and ensuring safe drinking water for all. District level. Jila Parishad is the apex body of Panchayati Raj at the district level. It looks after the developmental needs of the whole district. The Jila Parishad comprises of the chairman of the block samitis in district, members of Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha in the district, members of Vidhan Sabha, women representatives, representatives from scheduled caste and scheduled tribes. Functions of Jila Parishad include supervising and coordinating the activities of the block samitis and gram panchayats, implementing projects initiated under 5 years plans, advising the state government on matters related to the development of the district, monitoring and updating the state government about various community development programs running in the district, looking into accounts of block samiti and allocating government funds for various programs. Times post-independence saw the rebirth of the institution of local self-government. The aim was to strengthen democracy, make the people more self-reliant, and to bring about participation of villagers. So, these all are the topics. All topics are covered here. I hope you all are very well understand and enjoyed also. So, we will meet you in next class. Thank you.